Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I love me. I'm special and I'm different. I mean, really different. Some of the things that I recognize that I'm different is that I care about people. I care about black people, fat, tall, short. I care about white people, racists and bigots. I care about all people. And I do this because as you can tell, I'm been around a long time. But when I came into the world, I was raised by some people that was old as I am now. Boy. Now that means that they had some kind of connection with slavery. They weren't slaves, but they had all that other stuff, Jim Crow and all that other. And so not only that, they were Christian oriented. They went to church all the time. So that means I went to church all the time. And when they talk to you in a place like Mississippi, where everything that happens, you might not like it, but it appears to be normal because it's happening everywhere. So you just don't argue with it. So when they talked about Jesus, they presented Jesus in a sense. Well, we all know how they presented Jesus. And to me, I believed it. I mean, I believed everything. Jesus to me is my hero, fake or not. And I wanted to be just like Jesus. I'm sure many of us did, but we have to grow up. We go through changes in life and find out that a lot of stuff we hear in church ain't necessarily true. So we don't really just spend our time trying to say we're going to be like Jesus, but we kind of stay on the straight and narrow. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, to get ahead of things, we are going through some real trying times now and here in America. And I hear, I've always heard black people cry. We've always had to cry. But now you're really hearing white people cry because they have been put in a situation where they trusted somebody who seemed to been more hateful toward us than they were, and was going to open their doors to all the hatred that they had been maintaining toward us, that they were keeping secret because of a law or something. Trump came back and stripped that law. I said, "Don't worry about the law. We break the laws," and it all came down. But when all came down, it caught them off guard because he was doing to them the same thing he was going to do to us. They didn't know it. So they opened the door. And now the pain that we feel, we've been feeling it all the time. Now they feel it and they're crying and they don't know what to do. And a lot of people are excited about it. Let them cry. 400 years, they didn't care anything about us. But that, for some strange reason, that might make sense. But that doesn't make sense to me. The thing that makes sense to me is this: I hurt. Hurt is hurt, black or white. I just don't want to be the one that's causing the hurt to someone else. I don't want you to cause it to me, and I'll do everything I can to defend that activity. But I definitely don't want to cause any pain toward you. I don't want to get up knowing that you are suffering. I'm doing stuff that would deny you education. I'm doing stuff that would deny you a meal. I'm doing stuff that would deny you a home. I'm hurting you. Your kids suffering. You suffer. No, 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 not me. You do that to me. And let me tell you something about me, ladies and gentlemen. When I was growing up, you know how teenagers are and young men. You get in a lot of fights. Been in a lot of fights. They were always defending others, and I never lost but one. And the one that I lost is the one that I started. And every fight I ever had, I would let the my opponent, if you want to call him that, um, hit me first. I'm gonna let you hit me first. Why? God, I have nothing against you. But if you got something against me, come on, hit me. Let me know how much you got against me. If you hit me like you scared, I might let walk away, or I might hit you light and laugh, find some way to do. You hit me like you trying to hurt me, I'm gonna come back on your butt. So what I'm trying to say is that for me in America, what's going on, I don't trust people to fix the situation. I heard Buffett this morning talking on television, and he's a rich man, I think, right? And you know how rich people are. But I listened to him speak. He spoke well in regards to the system. I mean, he didn't speak on the level that I'm at. He spoke on the level of the system. And as I heard him speak, he seemed like a genuine, caring, compassionate person when it comes down to the system. But for me, I'm not about the system because I've lived within the system. And within the system, we couldn't vote. We can't have jobs. We just suffer. So I'm not thinking about trying to live within this system. My concern is that the system is changed, that its effect toward me is just like I want it to be, just like it has been shown to me. And I can put up with it and I can offer it to you. And that is where you and I are visitors on this earth, or children on this earth, put here by another power, a earth that was made for us, resources given, provided for us, so that the thing that we want and need to live on this life, on this earth, God has embedded it, so we'll know what it is and how to use these resources and make sure that all our needs, wants, and desires are met, never suffering for anything. So to me, if I don't have to suffer for anything, got a career that I love, and if you don't have to suffer for anything, got a career that you love, and all of our needs and wants are being met, the only thing we have to do is to make sure that people like Trump, make sure that people like Putin, or any person that's against what is right, never get a chance to stick a root in our environment, in our situation of life. That's all we got to do. Now, nobody else, as far as I can tell, Buffett, even in his wonderful speaking, and whomever else we might know who has spoken good about life for everybody. I don't care. I think there was something, not just 1984. They had something called that the wonderful world, the beautiful. No, what was that world? The new world. Nah, something about. At the same time, they were talking about 1984. There was another thing that came out representing how the world could be. And even it failed to reach out and address the concerns of all the people. So I'm saying, if I feel this way about you, don't never have to suffer those kids, those white people that's out there crying. If I feel that God has given me an understanding, or if God didn't give it to me, an understanding is in me that would satisfy all those problems, then tell me, ladies and gentlemen, why am I sitting out here in the backyard making posts, putting it on the internet where you guys don't pay one? I mean, if you listen to it, you'll see 2 or 3 views, and nobody's going to do anything. If I consider myself as a major solution that is not happening on this earth, why am I sitting out here talking to you for 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, gone to prison for you? I asked the Lord, what is it? What is it? You know, I've lived long enough to know that I'm going to die. And, most folks kind of choose how they want to die. For me, I've chosen that if the world is not going to come around and be the wonderful world that I envision, then to me, this is hell. I used to say, I don't want to live in hell. So you had permission, as I do what I do to try to correct this thing, to kill me. I was thinking about that, and I'm thinking to myself, it all of the people that have walked on this earth, that's under the ground, are burned up. They never had to worry about Trump. They never had to worry about you, the people, in your ignorance. But everybody else on earth, whether they know it or not, got to worry about it. So if I'm not here, I won't have to worry about it. But if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for you? You might say, well, who's been looking out for us all the time? I'll tell you, whoever they failed, gave you the opportunity to get somebody like Trump who lied to you, talking about he's looking out for you. But I don't know what it's going to take, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. I do know, if you ever check out what I've been given, I might be as wrong as can possibly be, but I don't see the wrongness in it. And no one has ever stated any information that would suggest that this wouldn't work. Now, I realize this is not just the national government, this is a global government that we have to deal with. And when I'm talking to you about certain things, that doesn't mean that Russia and all these other parts of the world are going to go for it. But what it does mean, that when you go for it, then you'll go for it because of the people. And when that happens, it says to the rest of the world that they can go for it too, because you've proved it to them. You've proven it to them. And that's all I'm asking you to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm asking us to just grow up. It doesn't even make any sense for Donald Trump to go around here talking about he's so great and trying to destroy the world. I mean, can you imagine Donald Trump? He's so great. I guess the world they've tried to destroy the world ever since it's been here. But so far, it's still here. But Donald Trump said they never met me. And here he goes. I mean, here he goes. And guess what? He still thinks he's the greatest. Me, do I think I'm the great? No, I'm not great at all. I'm just a nobody, just like the rest of us. There can be somebody if we submit, give in to being just that. So what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that I want to be somebody. I'm not ashamed of that. But I tell you one thing, without you, I will always be a nobody. And so I'm humble enough to say to you, will you help righteousness? Can we work together to make sure that every American got a job? Can we work together at least to put on paper where we can see that we can see all the jobs in America? We can see the people, and we can see what we ask people what they love, and we can see it. And then we can see people placed in the jobs that they love. Let us do that. And let us see by doing that, all of the stuff that we use money to buy, we're not doing about that no more. Why? Because we own everything. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. When I say stuff like this, it makes me sound like I'm a genius to me. And the fact that I have to hustle so hard to reach you, man, that doesn't speak well of you. But I do know one thing, speak it spoken well or not, I will not be successful without you. I need your help. Thank you.